Hi, this is Deacon Hayes from Well Kept Wallet, and today I want to talk to you about legit ways that you can make passive income. The first thing I want to do is talk about how passive income is different than traditional income. You know, traditional income is you work, you get paid, you work, you get paid, and that system keeps going until, you collect Social Security, right? Passive income is you work once and you get paid again and again and again and again, and you just keep getting paid. So I would imagine if you're watching this, that's intriguing to you, and it was to me, and so I tried multiple different things, and really found some legit ways to make passive income so that you can make your financial dreams a reality. And so these are not multi-level marketing schemes. These are not, investing in your friend's company. These are legit ways. So let's get started. The first way to make passive income, and everybody's heard of this, is real estate. But what you might not have heard of is crowdfunded real estate. So crowdfunded real estate is where you put your money in with a bunch of other investors and buy a property. So let's just say you put $1,000 in, 100 other people put $1,000 in and buy a $100,000 property, just to simplify things, right? So now you're a part owner and you get a percentage of the proceeds based on how much you invested. And so instead of you having to go out and get a down payment, find the people to live in the property, manage the property, have vacancies, cover all that stuff, somebody else does that all for you. So they probably charge a very minimal management fee. There's multiple companies that do that. We'll have links below this video to find out more. But really the idea is you can actually get passive incomes today with investing as little as $500 in crowdfunded real estate. The second way, and this is also kind of a proven longer track record, is going to be through dividend income, right? So buying stocks, equities, or index funds that produce dividends. And so a dividend is basically just what a company will pay as kind of profit sharing to the shareholders. And so they'll declare a certain amount per quarter, per month, per year, depending on the company. And so there's actually a lot of index funds out there that are low cost, and that will give you a decent dividend return, and it's a passive source, right? You're not managing the portfolio, you're not managing the companies, you just collect the paychecks. And there's several companies. One of my favorite is Ally Invest. We'll have links below, where you can invest very inexpensively. I think they have trades as low as $4.95. And so the reality is this is a very cost-effective way to have passive income. The third way, and this gets a little riskier, and so you definitely have to realize how much risk do you want to take on, and what's your tolerance when it comes to risk, is called peer-to-peer lending. So this is where you have some money, let's say you have $1,000 or $5,000, you want to lend it to somebody, and they can't get it through traditional means. So they're going to pay a little bit higher interest, like 6 to 10% to you, but they're going to be able to achieve their goal, right? Whether it's start a business or do a remodel or whatever the case may be. And they have different grades, right? So A is really good. These people have, decent credit. They're probably not going to default. To F is, that's very risky. Maybe you get 10%, but you don't know if you're actually going to get it at the end of the day. So you really have to weigh those things in and factor those in when you're looking to invest in something like peer-to-peer lending. Another one, and I actually brought a prop with me today, is to write a book, right? So I get a 10% royalty for every copy that sells after the book advance, right? So that's a traditional way. So if you get a publisher and a publisher makes a deal with you, and they'll say, hey, we'll give you X amount as a cash advance. After you meet that in book sales, then you get that royalty every month. And so the idea is you can go that route, or you could use something like Amazon has CreateSpace, where you can do self-publishing. So instead of going through a publisher and instead of doing the traditional route, you can do it all yourself. Now this takes more work, right? This is why we're kind of shifting here from real estate and dividends can be very hands-off, where writing a book is very hands-on, but you do that work one time and then it can pay off dividends. The problem is that not all books sell thousands and thousands or hundreds of thousands of copies, right? So there's a lot of risk involved, but if you've always had a knack for writing, you've wanted to write a book about something, it can be something worth pursuing and finding out the best way to do that for you. One of my favorite ways to make passive income that's probably really predominant now in the 21st century is called affiliate marketing. And so simply what affiliate marketing is signing up for relationships with brands. Let's assume that you have a website and you say, hey, I want to be able to promote that website or that company on my website and get a commission for it. So let's say, for instance, for us, we recommend people make money, and so we use Lyft as an example, right? Well, for everybody that signs up for Lyft, we get a commission through the site. So we get to connect the end user, someone looking to make money, with an opportunity, Lyft, to be able to achieve their goals. So it's a win-win scenario. And the cool thing is, the more traffic you get, the more conversions you get, the more passive income you get. So you write an article one time, and it keeps paying again and again and again. Another way that I've tried, and I've had friends that have done really well with this, is to create an online course. So this is where, I have a friend, Steve, he basically has a course on how to create an e-commerce store, and he makes 7 figures, so over $1 million a year, from his online course teaching people how to create an online store. And the reason why he can do that is because he had actually created an online store that made 7 figures, and so then he said, hey, how can I teach other people? Now you might be saying, hey, I don't make $1 million a year, so who would want to buy my course? Doesn't matter. You could start off, if you have the smallest skill set, you could say, hey, I know how to teach guitar, right? Like you could start to create an online course on guitar, beginner course, and charge $10 for it or whatever. You start small and work your way up, right? And as you get more followers, you'll be able to charge more, create more courses, that type of thing. Another one that's kind of interesting, and I thought about trying, but I haven't done it yet. I have a friend that does it, is create a vending machine business, right? I mean, you walk into any place, whether it be your office building, a mall, just you're at the car repair place, there's vending machines, right? And so the reality is, once again, there's going to be a lot of work up front. You got to find the vending machines, you got to stock the vending machines, all that kind of stuff. But eventually, you could hire someone to run the route for you, do everything for you, and it can become a passive income endeavor. The last way, and this is probably the most creative way, and something that almost anybody can do, is to figure out a way to sell your photos. So there are some sites like SmugMug and Shutterstock and Fope where you can sell your photos for money. And so you can get paid again and again and again for a photo that you took one time. And so if you're creative, if you like photography, that would definitely be a route that I would consider looking into. So thank you for watching this video on passive income ideas that you can do today that are legitimate. And I hope if you like this video that you subscribe and comment below. I'd love to get your feedback.